I saw this ad in the latest woodcraft catalog, and I noticed you can get these burning wire holder accessory kit for $49.99, and you can get 3 replacement wires for $8.99. And I thought, wow, if you're buying stuff like this, you just got too much money, I guess, because if you're a wood turner, this is like a very quick and fun job to do. Here's all you need to make this yourself. At Home Depot, you can get this 24 gauge steel galvanized wire, and you can get other gauges, and I think I'm going to buy a second gauge. And you can make these yourself. You can buy a little eyelet. I just, because I had them, use these here. These I think are cup holders or something like that, and I bent them. But I'm going to get eyelets for the one I make for you. I have a chunk of walnut here. It looks like it's about 1 inch. I ripped it a 1 inch square. And I'm going to go ahead on the lathe and make a couple of these handles and duplicate something just like that. So I have my piece of wood placed in these chucks really tight, and the first thing I'm going to do is just go ahead and turn this into a cylinder, and then I can play around after that. The key on making these handles is you want to make them smooth and slippery with no sharp edges, because the whole goal is to hold the wire, and if it gets caught on the lathe, to let it be ripped right out of your fingers without catching it at all. That wire will take your finger off faster than you can say, "Hey, I'm an amputee." I'm planning to make my handles 3 inches long, so what I'm going to do is give myself about a 1/2 inch of scrap area. So I'll go ahead and mark that. And then I'm going to go 3 inches to the center and mark that, and then another 3 inches over here, and it leaves me about 3/4 of an inch scrap on this side. So I'll work within these bounds. I'll go ahead and mark each of these spots with a parting tool so I can kind of know where my boundaries are. So I'm attempting to put something like a dumbbell effect on here, where I'm rounding into my ends. Well, this isn't perfect. Some sanding is going to make these two knobs similar. This is going to be the back end of the handle, and the wire is going to be attached on this end. So the next thing I'm going to do is some sanding, and then I always have to burn some rings. And I'll probably put those rings on the back side of the handle. So here we go. Let's set this here, bring this around. There's a nice burn. Nice burn. Nice burn. See, that's just what I wanted. Now I'm going to put a super glue finish on this. I won't go into that. You can check another one of my videos for instructions there. Right here I've placed a parting tool here, here, and here. I'm not too good at parting things totally on the lathe, so now I'll take them over to the vise and just saw them off. I'll hold it here in the scrap area, support it back here, and then sand as close as I can. Now I'll be putting a tiny pilot hole right here in the end to put the little screw eyelet into. Now I'll go ahead and insert these stainless steel screw eyes. They're number 212 from Home Depot. I'll start them into the pilot hole manually And usually you get to a point where it's too hard to twist these in. I'm getting there about right now. And when you get to that point, you can either grab them with the pliers or do this method where you take something like this and twist it around and take it all the way down. There we go. Well, we've ended up here with two burning kits. These are both 24 gauge wire, and I like that gauge because it burns well in a small slit. I have the longer handled here with a little bit longer wire in case I have a larger spindle, and then I have the smaller one here. Both of them will easily slip out of my fingers. I hope you give this a try. Thanks for watching and have a great day.